Brothers and sisters, generals, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion, thus EBX and Lord Lamont Show. And I think in the middle part of the podcast, Lord Lamont and I, we had a father and son discussion yesterday. It was great as usual. And I think in the middle of it, I said EBX Show. I meant to say EBX Lord Lamont Show. So if I say that, I meant to say EBX Lord Lamont Show. I did say it in the beginning, but I think toward the middle of the podcast, I don't know, I just catch little things like that, but it is our platform. So if I ever say my channel or something, I don't mean to. Because we just, recently merged together, and it's wonderful, how when we stay with it, man, the great things, as I always say, that come along on our path is when we stay with it and stay vigilant, as I said. So had a lot of fun with my son Ethan this weekend, and Ethan is flourishing, and the connection with him and his siblings and stuff like that, and even his mom. We're on a good common ground right now. It was a little rough at first, but things don't always work out. But being negative and vengeful and having venom within, danger's not going to get us anywhere, because what we do righteous in the present will ultimately benefit us in the future. I say that all the time, but it's facts. You see that come to light in life, like our ancestors did. And salute to the current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, we salute you and thank you. And Lord Lamont is really we're growing. Things are again, when we got righteous intentions in that soul, great divine and mama nature will just show up and show out in our life, and Lord Lamont is definitely a warrior, thus general. As many generals out here. Salute to the generals, as our ancestors were. Y'all know I got to honor thy ancestor, brother and sister. Man, he fought so very hard to get many of us in that great space that we are in, that divine foundation. A lot of us are standing firm on, and that's brother or sister. Ancestor, far and near, younger or older. Those that were not meant to be gone yet. Some took them from this planet too soon, but their spirit will live on through us. And that's from my family, Lord Lamont and I's family, to whoever's listening, family. Salute. We got to keep that powerful spiritual energy strong, because what we think in our core will always and forever matter. So brothers and sisters that's been riding along, we thank you. And salute to those who comment. And I got a certain individual that I want to speak on. I can't say his name right, but I'm gonna put it's a tribute I did to this brother who made a comment 3 years ago on a song Lord Lamont and I were speaking on. It's a song because I always have hip hop breaks, which I have on this podcast, and just for stimulation for the music lovers and hip hop lovers. But it was a brother that speaked on a song I made called Stop Playing, and I played it on the father and son discussion Lord Lamont and I had yesterday, and it was on Mastering Divine Inner Power. It's a wonderful space to be. And on the banner we had a picture of a doorway with light shining through and steps leading up to the door. And as I said, the steps was a representation of levels, and some of us don't even make it past the 1 or 2 steps, real talk, until maybe later on. Some get there to a place of awareness, some don't, which is unfortunate, though. But those that do, be thankful. Can't help those that don't want to help themselves, which is in a song I'm going to play in the old hip hop break. Help You is one song, and then another song is called Best for You. And I've played both of them before, but they're kind of reminders. And for those who may not have heard them, but brothers and sisters, as we know and we learn and we open our eyes to this life and see beyond this human flesh, we will come to find out that, you know, we have to sharpen one another, even psychologically, whether we're around brothers and sisters or family or not, even in our spirit. Because you hear me say 1,000 times, what we harbor in our spirit doesn't matter. We can sharpen each other even that way, because thoughts are also energy. You know, that could be a theory and or opinion, but I think thoughts carry energy too. You know, like my son and I on this banner here. Now, what's on the banner and thumbnail, I've showed it before. I just did a recap on the video because it was one of our first videos together. So, and I'm just, you know, this video is, this picture on the banner is a depiction of my son and I just in the beginning stages of our development of getting back together. Because as I said, it was some years where he and I didn't see each other for a long time. And we reunited probably about 7 years ago. I might be off on the years a little bit. And we have really grown and connected. And we really have connected as father and son. And as almost like it's like a brotherhood and a father and sonhood too. And it's wonderful. So salute to the fathers and the sons out there, and the fathers and the daughters, and the mothers and the sons and the daughters too, that they have a good bond, you know, and guiding our youth in the right direction. So I salute to the young youth out there that's wise and aware, because, you know, I know it's rare, but stay with it and help those that maybe can't see, that maybe just sometimes just unaware. Sometimes people just don't know how to find their purpose. But we got a lot of generals out here, younger or older, brother or sister, whether family, you know, in the world, online. I'm talking about righteous warriors now that will help pull us out the mud, so to speak, you know, because like I say, as we heard, iron sharpens iron. You know, I think that's the right saying, if I'm not saying it wrong. So we have to focus on sharpening one another, you know, the best way one can, even in thought, you know. And as you can see, as I said, as my son and I on the banner, and we chilling, and as you can see, both of us look intense, you know, not that we're serious all the time, but again, as I say, when it's time to stand on business, you know, don't have time for toxic shit, real talk. So stopping is never an option at all. There's always a solution. There's always a way, because as I always reiterate, a lot of us have been through some impossible fires, you know, things we never thought we could get through. You know, a little divine intervention, you know, just seeing the powers that we do have, you know. We can be we think back on our life, some of us, man, we are our own hero, real talk. You know, as I said in a recent podcast, know who our heroes are, our real heroes. Not no celebrity, not no hero in no movie. I'm talking about in real life, real time, you know. And we can hero, again, it could be in our family, it could be our children, it could be ourselves, you know. And man, authenticity is beautiful, you know, but it can take work to get to. And, you know, and seeing beyond this human flesh is wonderful, you know. So that's what we got to get to, because as I like to say, we can't see beyond and see great things if we're stuck and stagnant and toxic things before us. That's why analyzing, studying, observing, some solitude just to keep one's mind stable, as Lord Lamont talked about. And I'm glad he was able to experience nature and stuff like that. And he really loves it, really gets into it. And that's a part of him that I never knew. So that's why we have to communicate with our children as much as we can, so we can know what's going on with them, and listen to them and let them talk. Now, as I said, I'm not an expert in this area, but I've seen results of communicating with our youth, even when it's not easy. Because my son Ethan, you know, children, you know, they don't know how to master their emotions and stuff like that, but we help guide them and let them know that it's okay to get different emotions, but help them to understand them and why they get them and regulate them. So that's what we do, you know, because we don't want our children to be too stern or too, you know, grow up too early, and let them still enjoy their youth, you know. And that's something that I'm really thankful for, that great divine, for my son Ethan, the rest of his siblings. And again, remember, I have 2 daughters and a son that are in different states and cities. I always bring that up. We got Naya, Andrea, and Elijah. Those are the 3 that I haven't talked to or seen in a while. So I bring those up every now and then. But I see Lord Lamont on the regular and Ethan on the regular. Remember, I volunteer at Ethan's school. So salute to Ethan and his sister Chloe. They both go to the same school. And Chloe will be her last year at the school. As we know, kids grow up so fast, and it's like I don't want Ethan to grow. I just want him. It's like kids can be fun when they're young. They start getting older and getting out into the world, and you know how this world can be. So, but we have to let them, experience life, but keep an eye on them and guide them at the same time, and keep on sharpening one another. It's beautiful. We have to, and this banner, and I look at it sometimes, this picture every now and then. It's just how far Lord Lamont and I have come. Who would ever thought we would have a show called EBX and Lord Lamont Show? It's amazing the things we come when we tap into our creative spirit, the things that we can develop and manifest on this, man. This sometimes can be beautiful journey as well as challenging, but when we fired up and our discernment is on point, we'll miss a lot of challenges. And that's the more righteous results we have, the more addictive it will become, being positive. Because that's a beautiful addiction to have, positivity, and setting that tone in the early morning part of our day. If we can't get in nature as much as we can, learn about it, study it. Have positive affirmations on your TV. Instead of watching TV shows, if we do, put something positive on it. Watch a special on nature or something, or put a nature video on your screen, because it just sets the tone and it sends a vibe. Nothing is more authentic than being in nature, hands down. But I'm just saying, if we can't, at least study about it. Keep it in our mind. It's refreshing. And stay in an authentic space so we won't get lost in a false sense of reality. Danger, danger, danger. Y'all know how I feel about that. Because remember, a lot of us have been there. Me, I can't speak for everybody, but some of us have been, in that space where we weren't aware. But when we are, man, it's beautiful. And again, stopping is never an option in life. In life, our personal life, keep on persevering, and salute those that inspire us, and honor those that has shown us the way and showing us the way, whether it's brother or sister, that's a general, or family in the world, online. Because again, we're in the righteous circles. We'll know who the heroes are, and we'll know who the allies are. But remember, brothers and sisters, leaders and teachers, with a student spirit, where it's a hero in all of us. It's a leader in all of us. And again, it's not about leading people, things, or others. It's about becoming a leader within ourselves, and then teaching others to become leaders themselves. I remember when I first told Lord Lamont that, he was like, he had the biggest smile on his face. He's like, wow, Pops, that's dope. And the beautiful thing about being righteous, my generals, my spell breakers, salute. The beautiful thing about being righteous and not looking for recognition, sometimes we can be so powerful without even recognizing it. Because when we're flowing naturally, like Mama Nature, a lot of us, we don't pay attention to stuff like that. We just do what we do. And that's the most beautiful way to be. And then, because when we live like that, and when we're not looking for validation or recognition or things like that, great divine will just bliss us and bless us out of the blue. I mean, in abundance. It'll just come out of nowhere. And we'll see divine moments to a person that's righteous, like brother or sister or family, and not looking for nothing on the comeback or nothing, and just doing what we do. Divine things, when we first start studying awareness, we'd be amazed by divine moments. But over time, it becomes normal, because when you're in alignment, divine things are supposed to come. And it's not out of arrogance or nothing like that. It's just when you're doing right and you're right in your heart and you're looking for righteousness and you're sharing it to others, that's an automatic comeback. What we put out, what we get back, that's automatic. And, as we say, vice versa. If you're evil, rotten to the core, you know what you're going to get back. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, sooner or later. So positive energy is not no joke. It's a way of life, and it's healthy for the mind, body, and soul. So that's the real reason why stopping can never be an option. Because the moment we can give up, so to speak, that blessing could be right there. Because as I said, sometimes the truth or some gift or something we're looking for can be right in front of us. But we got to remember, folks, Stop pleasurizing the God spirit within. Stop pleasurizing God. And we got to know sometimes when we're asking or needing things, great divine and mama nature knows everything we need. As I say, the righteous ones will come. But we got to remember, folks, things may not come the way we want it or when we want it, because there's certain things we have to work out, whether it's in our life, our personal life, or in ourselves, in order to get this thing or purpose that we're looking for. And that's whatever that is. And I've learned this, and you just flow and let things come naturally. We can't because if we push things and be desperate, because desperation, danger, and that that ties into money, attention, relationships, sexual relationships. Desperation is never good. Danger. That's why we can't make things happen. If we're searching for something, or we got a purpose or a goal we're trying to meet, just work toward that goal. But don't push, don't step on nobody's toes, hurt ourselves. Do nothing to hinder that goal, but stay with it. It don't mean that, like we're naive and we just easy going and flow. No, we just doing what we're supposed to do as generals, brother, sister, male or female. And that we'd be surprised. We'll meet that goal. Sometimes we don't even know we're reaching it, because when we're just flowing through life, but we're aware, not blinded, but we're focused at the same time, but not in a worrying state and none of that. Man, I'm telling you, divine things will just come here all the time, just out of nowhere, But we have to let things flow naturally. And that word faith is deep. It's more than just a word. We really have to have that. I'm talking about a strong, hard, fierce faith, not that soft Christian crap. I'm talking about you have to be fierce, Sometimes we do have to step out on that strong. I'm talking about strong faith now, not this naive, soft crap. I always got to put emphasis on that. Got to be strong, because great divine and mama nature is not this small little. No, it's again the two most powerful forces we will ever experience in this life, and that's facts. So that's who holds the power over this whole freaking world, So. But it has to. But where does it start? When we develop things on the outside or manifest it, it's always gonna start deep in that core, in our gut. That's what will determine where we've been and where we're going. Like being at the age of 50, I always say that's the fork in the road. That's the fork in the road of life, So that's the real reason why we stay positive and communicate with our youth, and and always come up with new ways, creative ways, make sure we creative ways to live in this life and stay away from the nonsense and toxic things, whether it's subtle or aggressive, and just stay firm and things will come. I guarantee it. I promise you. You stay right in your heart, things will come, but not without some challenges, Can't be naive, and, there are realities out here. My son and I, Lord Lamont, we spoke on that. About the realities of social media, and I spoke on how people has lost their lives literally on the phone, on phones, may the great divine just be in those life who has lost loved ones on social media, or because of social media, because of some insignificant thing that was stupid, unnecessary, so because again, I don't like to see people do bad or harm come to no one, but as we all say, everybody has their own journey, but we better be right in there somewhere, because being negative and evil and rotten to the core is definitely not going to help anything. And it can be blinding. We won't see things, that woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. We got to get out of that. We in the age of information. It's all around us, So we're really running out of excuses. If we're healthy, mind, body, and soul. Focus on what we see, hear, and feel, folks, in that wonderful, wonderful psyche. Could never go wrong. Again, when that battle in our psyche, nothing on the outside can fuck with us. It won't even get to us. Again, we be like the sun. Toxic things won't even get near us. Burn up on the spot. And we know how powerful and hot the sun is. That's the real guy, the sun, real talk. Because if the sun go out, the world gonna go out, so to speak. So that's what I would focus. That's why I think the real power lies in the sun, because nobody can get close to the sun. So be like the sun, my generals, my spell breakers, brothers and sisters, family, all right? And stopping is never, ever an option, ever. There's always a solution. There's always a way in life. And if we are connected to family and children, and we do have those out there that are in relationships and marriage, and you do, and it's somewhat solid, keep it solid. Come up with new ways. Don't just hunker back and shrink back. Make it the best marriage, the best relationship ever. Don't be a statistic. Cause again, I watch some of these compilation videos, these relationship videos. Some of them are really sad. I was watching one recently on oh God, I've been seeing a lot of cheating videos, a lot of the baby mama drama videos, quotation marks. I don't even say baby mama anymore. I stopped saying that. I say mother's son of the mother of the son or something like that, or father of the son. I don't do that baby mama crap. But I've been seeing a lot of that, and I've kind of experienced that. I really have. And I seen one where this guy has been going through this baby mama drama with this sister, and it was a sister, unfortunately. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know about too much about Caucasian women, but I have to admit, most videos I've seen and what I have experienced. Now, I'm not talking about the righteous sisters now. We got some righteous sisters out there. I always acknowledge that. But we do have the baby mama drama sisters, unfortunately. And I seen a video of this guy. He's been going back and forth with this baby mama drama. From what I observed, I think it was in and out of 8 years or something like that. It's of years. And I seen the video, and he videotaped it to keep evidence of it, to keep people see what's going on, because people have a wrong perception, especially now. Again, salute to the intelligent brothers and sisters who do be in comments, because I don't think of people in comments. Now, we do have bots and toxic people, like that in comments, but we do have intelligent brothers and sisters in comments, because I do acknowledge that. Because again, I got a brother that commented on the song I did, again, that I made called Stop Playing. But we have individuals that don't know how to rationalize and and just blurt out things in comments. So the brother the video I watched, and it was kind of an older clip. It wasn't really recent, but it's happening now too, of course. And I feel so sorry for the brother. And I mean, he was the genuine as he can be. And he was trying not to, because he don't want to go to jail and stuff like that. And the girl was literally doing it right on camera. She spit on the guy, and just real vindictive and jealous and mad because he got another woman, and she just miserable. And we all say misery loves company. And she was so disrespectful and just being difficult with him and making it hard for him to get his kids. And I mean, I really feel sorry for individuals that go through that. But you know what? In the end, we all know people who like that got venom within, they always get it the worst. They might think they're winning in their little toxic ways, but eventually it will come around, and that brother will prosper and great divine, and the kids will end up. But that's traumatizing the children. Mothers that are like that, they don't realize the effect they have on themselves and the children in the long run. But if the dad stays in there, he can guide those children. But what will end up happening eventually, if the moms don't change, moms that are doing this, it will make the kids be resentful toward the mother, because kids get older. They're not gonna be young forever. And one thing I always say, never underestimate the intuition of a child. Some kids now, some children, whether male or female, they know what's going on. They know right from wrong. Eventually, especially when they start getting a little older and a little more intelligent, start being a little more aware, they start seeing the things that's not right. Now, some may not say nothing because that's their mom, but you got some kids though that it's not taking it, because I got some of my divine children are like that. I got one daughter. Some things she just can't let go on. It's like it bothers her. She has to speak out about it. And that's good. We got to let our children speak their truth. We can't just shut them down. Can't do that, especially when they're young, because that'll do something to them and they won't communicate. And that's how we'll miss things that they may be experiencing in their life, and they won't talk to us if we just shut them down. Because I've learned that, still got to talk to them. Even when we're disciplining them and they seem like they're not listening or something, speak to them anyway. They'll still listen later. We'll see it later on. I've experienced that too. I've learned how to That's why I say creativity. We got to tap into that. Because creativity is more than just hobbies or content creating or music or something like that. No, creativity is a part of life too. Relationships, marriage, discipline in ourselves and our children. Creativity works there too. Because we come up with new especially with this youth, this generation today. Got to be a little bit more dynamic and creative and mature too. Because if you're with, as we as parents, as parents or guardians, we have to make sure our egos in check. Because sometimes children can tap into that ego. So when they're being stubborn and we think they're not listening, don't get mad, don't get frustrated. No, just still speak to them anyway. Stay steadfast, stay on it. Children are listening, even when it seems like they don't. I experienced this. And it might not seem like it in the moment, but we'll see it later on. See, that's why we have to have maturity within. We are the adult. We got to remember that. Because one thing to be true, when a child know we care, they will listen. Again, never underestimate the intuition of a child. So going back to that video, it really upsetted me. It made me sad. But that brother gonna be okay, and the children gonna be okay, long as he stay with it. And it's just, and the social media played a part too. And he seemed like a true brother. He was pretty authentic, and I don't think he was just on social media to get hits or nothing. He was just trying to show. He was trying to expose the girl, because he wanted people to see who she really was. Because a lot of people be on social media acting one way, and then off of social media be terrible, and that's anybody. My son and I touched on that on some of these celebs. Two individuals we were speaking on. One of them was The Rock, and one of them was Will Smith. How they are totally different individuals off of camera. So that could be alleged or not. But watch for patterns. You pay attention to patterns. That's the proof in the pudding right there. Patterns in people, especially in these celebs. If you've been studying the theories on celebrities throughout the years and just watch the patterns, that's enough evidence right there. And it'll come to the light sooner or later. Because, again, we can't hide what's inside, whether it's good or bad. Great divine, Mama Nature, in that good old universe was going to draw it right on out. Been there, done that one. So no one can escape I would say, the laws or the principles of Mama Nature and that great divine, because that's how it works. It's infinity. As I say all the time, as seen our kind come and go. So we ain't hiding shit. It's ridiculous. All right. So again, we have to learn to sharpen one another and stay on it and stay studying solutions. And may that brother I was speaking on in that video, even that girl, may that great divine come in her life, because she has no idea what life will be when she come into them graceful years. All the toxic things we done throughout the years, and we don't never change. I'm telling you, that's when it'll hit hard. When we get up in age and past them 50s, I'm telling you, that's when it'll hit. So with that brother, he gonna be all right. Them kids gonna be all right. And if the sisters out there, if it's vice versa, if the baby mama is the one going through drama with the dad, same thing. They'll get theirs. But may that great divine just be in anybody's life that's going through a challenge, and may they open their eyes before it's too late. So may we all just find peace or wholeness, as I heard from. That's not mine. That's from another brother. In our life, and stay steadfast. So, and stopping is never an option, brothers and sisters. As my son, Lord Lamont, see us on this banner here. And I was just pondering, meditating how far. Just think about that, brothers and sisters, how far, like my family, and how far we've come, and the challenges we've plowed through, and made us the generals we are today. So that's why I got this on my banner. Representation of never stopping and keep on persevering, because as I've said, people have heard me say, Lord Lamont is a strong mother hubba. He a strong brother, man. Yep, that's why I say Lord Lamont is my hero. I meant to tell him that on the podcast we did yesterday, but straight up, that's my hero, my son. Yep, and many other brothers and sisters, as well as my family, in the world, online. Because again, I know who the allies are, and I know who the heroes are, because one tries to keep righteous things in one's soul, so I can manifest it out to humanity and our culture. It's beautiful when one can be in that space. All right, generals, spell breakers. Like I said, stopping is never an option. Don't you dare give up. There's always a way. And if we can't get help, if we can't help ourselves, get help, brothers and sisters. Never just shriek back. I'm begging you. Like Lord Lamont, uh, his significant other, her name Trish, and I asked him yesterday, and they've been doing therapy. You can call it therapy or counseling or whatever. They've been doing it for 6 months now, and that's good, man. They stand with it, whatever it takes to keep us sane and keep us focused. We don't have to. If we have to talk to a therapist, that's okay. Long as we just do our research, make sure it's somebody that's really trying to help us. And they have helped Lord Lamont as well as he and I talking. Father and son discussions, therapy with me and him. See what's going on. Because again, he and I, we have challenges too, but we come together and we talk it out and we sharpen one another. As well as sharpening ourselves spiritually, because we got lights all over the world, in the world, online. We can sharpen each other spiritually too. Maybe we'll be able to sharpen each other physically one day, but until that day, let's try our best, as I quote Malcolm X, where he rest in peace and in power. Try our best, brothers and sisters, to keep righteous thoughts deep within the belly of that core, so we can stay divinely protected. Because when we are divinely protected in our spirit, our vibration will protect others and help others to see the leader in themselves. And it just keep going. We keep being in the business of building generals. Like the two brothers you see on the banner here. We want to give that energy of building other generals. Again, we've came too far, spell breakers, to stop now. All right, so I'm going to get to this hip hop break. And like I say, to stimulate our mind. And let me see. First one is, I think it's Best for You. I think it was the first one. Let me get to it. All right, brothers and sisters. And I've really been feeling, this first song is Best for You. And the second one is Help You. Help You, Help Me. But the title of it is Help You. And the podcast where I gave the brother that gave me a tribute, the name of it is Appreciate the Great Energy. And it's more to that title, but that's part of it. Appreciate the great energy. And I'm going to put that in the end screen. And on the banner and the thumbnail, it shows the comment of that brother. Because he got a funny, it's a unique name. I don't want to chop it up, mess it all up. But I thank that brother. And that was 3 years ago. And all who comment, appreciate you. We love you. And we don't take it for granted. Real talk, we really don't. And, because again, a platform is a place of expression, just to express our talents, gifts, and, insights and inspirations and experiences. And it's just beautiful. And I always try to stay in a teaching mode where I'm teaching, and not too much entertainment. We gotta kind of watch that entertainment and stay authentic. It's okay to get some entertainment so we don't get too stern and stiff, but standing on business, and keep on sharpening one another and making each other generals. So just wanted to speak on that, and I'll put that in the end screen. That I did a whole tribute to that brother, and it was kind of a tribute to those who are authentic, who do comment on some of these platforms, because we do got some righteous warriors who comment. All right, because some of the people that do comment, they are people too, the ones that are real, not the bots and the toxic ones. All right, so that's what a lot of us generals want. We want the best for you, but we're not gonna let toxic things, person, place, or thing take us down ever. We ain't gonna do that either, because a lot of us warriors out here, we ain't no punks. We easy going. We got love in our heart, but we ain't no punks. So don't get it twisted. Because we gotta balance that. Like I say, the empathy thing. We have to balance it, but it's good to have too, because we don't want to become cold or hard or bitter, because that we can't let that happen either. The art of balance. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when we can have that divine balance, and then we will sharpen one another. Remember, even spiritually, in the spirit, righteous spiritual thoughts. Okay, let me see. Get to this song, and it's called Best for You. Played this before, but it's kind of a reminder. I want the best for us, family, brothers and sisters, in the world, online. Be back after this.
I want the best for me and you. I want us all to make it through. I'm talking to my family too. the best of me and you.
Let go, let go, let go.
I want us all to make it through.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my family too.
Yeah. Let go.
I'ma keep on seeing and trying to teach. I don't give a damn what they say about the E.
No.
It is those hearts that a brother trying to reach. I be a good brother and never a leech. I'm trying to reach their soul of my sisters and my bros. Like I always say, vibration high, never low. And they say so crisp, I'm somewhere in the sky. You know we transition, and man we don't die. And I got my brother, and if my brother got me, and we gotta be ready for the real enemy. Woo! You know what? I want the best for me and you.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta make it through.
Man, we gotta make it through.
I'm talking to my family too.
Yeah. Let go.
I want the best of my family and my children in these streets. Man, I try my best like other people meant to make us see.
Let's
Gotta
go.
be awakened in this life. I'm so sick of the beef. Man, we gotta stay clear, man, and on our feet. Man, stay up on this ground. That's why I make this sound. You know I'm always thanking God that I'm around. And other brothers and sisters, you know we never suffer. And gotta love our fathers. We gotta love our mothers. You know they wasn't perfect, but they had good intentions. And yeah, good things in this life is what we mention. Cause what we put out, and brothers, what we get back. And keep on forging forward, man, and never ever slack. No! Yeah, I want the best of me and you. I want us all to make it through.
Let's go, let's go.
I'm talking to my family too.
Yeah.
Me and you. I want the best of me and you.
Want the best of me and you.
I want us all to make it through.
Want us all to make it through.
I'm talking to my family too.
Yeah.
I'ma do what I gotta do, and I will stay here. Yeah, sometimes up in the past I might have shed tears, but I'm standing firm today and have no fear.
No.
So devil, step down and better be real, cause I got you. I don't want us to lose. Want us all to see clear and never be confused. No.
Let go.
I want the best of me and you.
Want the best of me and you.
I want us all to make it through.
Want us all. Yeah.
I'm talking to my family too.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Want the best of me and you.
I'm talking to my family too. Yeah, that's right, brothers and sisters. Yep. I want us all to make it through. See, that's the kind of energy we got to have within. See, that's what I'm talking about. No, again, I sound like a broken record. I'm Malcolm X. I don't know why I always quote that. I swear, that's just something that stuck with me. As I said in the past, I've done pages on Malcolm X. I got 3 or 4 pages I've written on him. I've studied, as I said, when Professor Griff used to have those lectures. I got pages. It's sitting right behind me now in the pad. And I got stuff I've written, and this back in 2019, in November 7th, I think. And I got 3 or 4 pages where I used to study. I'm telling you, it's like a classroom. I used to love listening to Professor Griff's lectures. And this is a little bit, even before 2019. I think even before he really was before social media, you know, I was kind of listening to Griff. And and many other leaders, as well as family. And connected with my mom yesterday, and I had texted her. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. I text her and my Uncle Terry if they needed anything to let me know. So she called. She said, "I'm gonna take you up on that offer." So she texted me yesterday, because I don't talk to my mom a lot, but I do, text her and call when I can. I probably should call more, but I do reach out just to make sure she's okay. And my uncle, Lord Lamont, and every blue moon, I do reach out to family members, but it has been a while. I will admit that. But they always in my spirit. That's what we got to do. And so she texted me. Now I told her, of course, I got her, and because she helped me in the past when I really needed my mom. She helped me, so we got to return the favor in life, and that's how we keep that righteous, divine momentum going. And Mother Nature will protect us. Also, Lord Lamont had a story yesterday where we was talking about how something out there, something, I don't know, something protects us, when it has a purpose. It's like when the great divine, the Mama Nature, has a purpose for you, it just moves certain things out the way, but we have to be right in that soul for that to work. That's in my theory and their opinion. So, yeah, my mom reached out and I reached back. I said, yeah, I got her, of course, because as well as my uncle and other members in one's family, she helped me when I needed her. It was times I was down and out, and I called my mom, and without hesitation, I needed money or something, she sent it right away. Didn't ask why I needed it or nothing, so I have to do the same, so that's the real reason we stay disciplined, whether it's physically, financially, mentally. It's not just to give people things, just so we can be able to do things for people. So that's the real reason why we stay healthy, mind, body, and soul. Maybe financial. Money isn't everything, but it's nice so we can bless one with our finances when we have been financially prepared. And I always kind of prepare myself to kind of be able to do things for people, because as I said, there were those that helped me, and that's how we keep that righteous circle of life going, so, and people remember what you've done for them. They do. I've experienced that. I'm sure many of us have. Like, as I said, be years from people we beat in something we beat and done from somebody. We ain't even thought about it. Come back around like, thank you, So it's wonderful. So that's how we keep that divine circle going, and keep that blissful life flowing like Mama Nature. So, all right, let me see. All right, the last song was Best for You, and this one is Help You. And as I said, the hook goes, help you, help me, because everybody, if they're healthy, mind, body, and soul, everyone has a choice, Righteous, divine soul can never go wrong, Stoppage never an option, folks. So, keep on sharpening one another the best way we can. All right, I'll be back with some summary breakdowns, and I'm gonna salute you, divine warriors, on to your divine life, brother, sister, family, and I want to speak on about our youth carrying our legacy too. I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. Be back after this. Help You is the next song. Be right back.
EBX, help me help you. That's what the heck we gotta do. My sisters and my brothers too. Help me help you. My sisters and my brothers too. That's what the heck we gotta do. Help me help you. That's what the heck we gotta do. My sisters and my brothers too. Help me help you. That's what the heck we gotta do. I'ma do what I gotta do, and I'ma stay in and try to teach, making sure that we stay free. My family and my children, people in the streets, and gotta bring out, man, you're the inner beast, an ND, but it gotta be righteously. It's the only way, man, we will agree to disagree. Keep on forging forward so strong. That's how I stay in this zone. Help me help you, or help you help me. Disagree to agree, so we can all be free. And I'ma stay strong. I stay up on these songs. It's all kind of crazy things, man, going on. I'm thankful for my son. We don't run. Yeah, we here and never be stung. No sting, yeah, all up in the soul. My son and I, yeah, we know we stay up on the go. Let's go. And keep our spirits high and never ever low. I want this for my family and my sisters and my bros. Help me help you. That's what what the heck we gotta do. My sisters and my brothers too. Help me help you. I do everything in my power. In this life, man, I never get these powers. A devil, watch out, man, sit your punk ass down. Cause God has got me and keeping us around. I'm so thankful for the reachers and the teachers and the real brothers and sisters that not no leeches. No. And yeah, doing a thing with this foundation, yeah. And I sing, woo, and yeah, we will bring this power that's in the soul. Sisters and my bros, I do things to teach and keep us on the square and on our toes. Yeah. And put that good energy in my children, families, and those men that help me. Woo! Help me help you. That's what the heck we gotta do. Yeah. My sisters and my brothers too, and my family too. Help me help you. Yeah. That's what the heck we gotta do. Brothers and sisters. My sisters and my brothers too. Yeah. Help me help you. Yeah. And my family too. My family too. Salute. Yeah. One love. Energy.
Wake
family.
up music.
Yeah. Wake up music.
Real talk, brothers and sisters, man, and family. Help me help you. You know, it's a beautiful thing. All right, we're going to get back to the mojo, brothers and sisters. Again, thank those that's been riding along. And get to these summaries, breakdowns. And I want to speak on leaving a legacy for our kids, our youth, which is very important as we come to know on this walk. If we care about our life in this walk, we come to realize this, you know, how important that is. And again, those who are deep thinkers, we think about the future, you know, all the time. And I always say, be present, but also keep the future in there, you know, and stopping is never an option, brothers and sisters. And a lot of us are sharpening each other, even spiritually, when we're not around people. But keep going, you know, never stop, brothers and sisters. Always and forever sharpen one another. And again, you know, Lord Lamont will carry our legacy on when one transition. That's why that's why I always honor thy ancestors. I don't play with stuff like that. Death, great divine, in my life and other people's life, I do not play like that, because I have learned about the come back around thing, and that's real. I don't know why some people think they can sneak and connive and danger. So we will learn unless we don't want to learn. You know, I feel sorry for those who don't want to learn, think they can just bend life to their will in a toxic way. I feel sorry for people like that. They're gonna be lost, especially when we get past them the 50s. But salute to those who have learned and flourishing, as well as Lord Lamont, like us on our banner here, you know, and come a long way, you know. So, and he will carry one's legacy as well as my other kids, you know, and he'll leave a righteous legacy if he has any children. Lord Lamont don't have any children, so that's you know, that's okay. It's not what meant for him. Maybe he'll never have children, but he has a lot of experience, you know, as a youth. So it's something he can pass off to other children. So that's my message to, you know, brothers and sisters, family, parents, guardians. Leave a much of a righteous impact for our youth the best way we can, like those that we remember that did for us. Like I said, when I was young, I always hung around people who were older than me, male or female. So I was thankful to be able to be like that, because I learned a lot. And I did some wrong things as a youth, but there's a lot of right things I did because of the older people I was connected to. So be thankful for those who we come across in our life that kind of help catapulted us to a good choice and a good position in our life, whether it was brother, sister, or family, in the world, online. So legacy is important, a beautiful, righteous legacy, and wherever that is, it ain't always got to be a platform. Just a legacy of doing the best we could in our life, and being the greatest part of ourselves while we was here, and left a righteous impact. You know, that's the legacy, just leaving a righteous impact for our youth. All right, and so that's what I'm gonna pass on to Lord Lamont, and we keep it going. Remember, No, stopping is never an option, remember? And we keep on sharpening one another. All right. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's get into these summaries. And I want to speak on the core benefit of sharpening one another and how very, very important it is, even in thought. Okay. Our thoughts do matter. Okay. All right, let's go. The core benefit of sharpening one another is a mutual growth and improvement, drawing from iron sharpens iron. You know that saying. So one person sharpens another. It's beautiful. The process involves utilizing the friction and interaction within relationships to become wiser, stronger, and more effective individuals. Okay, personal growth and character development, interacting with others, including through constructive criticism and challenging conversations, helps refine character, leading to greater patience, understanding, or overstanding, and personal development, which Lord Lamont and I had to go through after he and I got back together, reunited. He had a lot of hidden things. I had a lot of things I was dealing with, and we did have some disagreements, and it had to happen, as I had the same experience with my older daughter, Andrea. When you haven't been around your child for a while, you have to kind of take some of the things that may be harboring inside, because he's only human. But we worked it out, we got through it, and here we are. And that's what sharpening one another is all about. And that's family, brothers and sisters, those we convert with online, even if we haven't seen them face to face. Still, keep a positive thought in our soul. If we get certain feelings or emotions, pinpoint them and see where they might be coming from. All right? Because, as I say, this conditioning, folks, that most melanated, if not all, melanated brothers and sisters have been under. So we have to know if we're under a spell in order to break it. I say that a lot. All right, spell breakers, let's go. Enhance skills and knowledge. Sharing wisdom, ideas, and unique experiences allows everyone involved to learn new insights and hone their intellectual and practical skills, often leading to innovative solutions that might not have been found alone. Even I know that, because I love solitude and I could be by myself. It don't bother me. I am my best company. But I also know, if I need help from someone, I will reach out and get help. I don't shun help from people or shun people, because we can't do that either. Because we have to balance. No, this could be an opinion, but we have to balance that solitude, because we don't want to lose ourselves in isolation either. Because we'll lose our, in my opinion, I think we'll lose our social skills, and we will become kind of weary and be a little nervous when we do interact in crowds or circles or stuff like that. So we have to kind of learn to be an extrovert too, just not too extroverted and not, being consumed by the toxic things that are in the outer. But it is good to balance that, because he said that about his mom, which his name is Tina. She's a people person. And he said, Lord Lamont's kind of like me. We can be by ourselves, but we also have to learn to interact with others too, because that's how we get that energy coming back from righteous things within. Is through people sometimes, because great things can come to us through people too. So I do think that's important, because we don't want to lose ourselves in isolation, because that can be a crutch too. All right, that can be an opinion, but I think people who are listening will agree. All right, last but not least, summary: accountability and motivation, which is very, 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 very important. Again, that goes back to what we harbor in that core. We can't be fake, especially with ourselves. Have to be honest, because it will come up. I don't care. It will fester and will come out sooner or later, because nothing is more powerful than the two forces. And what is that? Divine and Mama Nature. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Accountability and motivation. Being part of a supportive community, a righteous community, or having a mentor provides a system of accountability that helps individuals stay on track, maintain righteous motivation, and pursue our goals. Like I said about Lord Lamont going to therapy and stuff, the lady they speak to really helps them and really helped Lord Lamont come a long way, and Trish, his significant other. And again, he and I speaking is another form of therapy. Getting in nature is the best therapy, is what he said, how it makes him feel when he has something on his mind and he goes for walks and he gets in nature. He said he's done that on multiple occasions. That's probably how Lord Lamont is able to balance life and really deal with a lot of stuff, because he's endured a lot. He really has. As I said, stuff that Lord Lamont has endured, most people wouldn't be able to. So Great Divine builds us and guides us through traumatic things and challenges to build us and make us strong, not to weaken us. It's to point out the weaknesses in us so we can strengthen those areas. We focus on the weak points in our life or in ourselves, strengthen it, and then we pinpoint the strong part of ourselves. We focus on that, but don't lose ourselves in the weak parts. And really, it's not weak, because I've said like beautiful sisters is my weakness, but it's really, I would say, a challenge. It's really not a weakness, because I've conquered that. I know what it is now. But be honest with ourselves. So that's kind of like a figure of speech. Know what our weaknesses are and be honest about it. Pinpoint it, because the best way to fight a challenge or deal with a challenge is to know what that challenge is, and just empower oneself and be the powerful being we can be. Be our own hero. I'm telling you. And once we get to a space where nothing can influence us or sway us, and we see things like, nah, I'm good. When we start doing that, we be on fire out here, spell breakers. So learn the art of deflection, subtle or aggressive, real talk. So that's something I want to speak on. Thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion, thus EBX and Lord Lamont Show. And look for music from him, as I said, L'Oreal Lyrical, rest in peace and in power, as well as myself. And look for more father and son discussions for Lord Lamont and myself. And we'll keep inspiring the spell breakers that's been riding along with us. Remember, we're leaders and teachers with a student spirit. We ain't no damn followers. We all have something we can bring to the table. So, as I said, stopping is never an option, brothers and sisters. Just a little bit of reflection. Remember, the fires we blaze through. So I don't do coincidences. The foundation that we are standing on, where we are right now, we're here for a divine reason. So keep being the best of ourselves and never stop, being the warriors that we have become, because we do got some generals out here, so may we all find peace or wholeness, as I heard a great brother say. Remember, that's not mine. In our life, brother, sister, family, in the world, online. Remember, stopping is never ever an option, and if we got into a place where we are sharp in our mind, body, and soul, the best advice I would love to give, and I will always give those that sharpen me, whether family, brother and sister in the world online, please, I'm begging you, do our best in a divine way, brothers and sisters. Never stop. Keep on sharpening one another. Salute.